Hello everyone, Logan from Curated Avalon, and happy Thanksgiving. Today I'm going to be going over some of the things that I have been very grateful for in my life, and that is my writing supplies. Starting off with Noodler's ink. This is my most used black ink, dark matter. I use this daily and love it. Noodler's ink has so many incredible inks to choose from. I absolutely love the brand. I don't think I've really ever tried one that I didn't enjoy. So many different colors, so many different blacks. Bad Black Moccasin is kind of my second favorite, and then the Raven, they're kind of tied together. This one is incredibly permanent. This one is very romantic in quality. So many amazing inks. Small bottles, big bottles, even bigger bottles. And they have exclusives with different companies. So the Stockyard Signature, that's a Drum Ghouls exclusive. They come in a box like this. And it's such a great value. You get a lot of ink for your money. This is the USS Texas, also a Drum Ghouls exclusive. It can be purchased online. This is a really pretty steely blue. Just so many to choose from. This is an invisible ink, and yes, I have had to use it, for which one would think invisible ink would be used for, passing along secret messages. That I have had to do before, and it worked very well. You just use a blue light to expose, and you'll be able to read what you wrote. Some people mix it in with their other inks to give them another quality. It's pretty cool. So yeah, love Noodlers, use it daily, great value for the money, lovely gift. Dark Matter, still my favorite reigning black ink. Up next, I have just a couple of favorites over this past year. Rouge Hematite, this is from Jacques Urbain. Love this ink, it is a shimmer, but it's just a really neat red. And then, of course, Diamine's Writer's Blood, my favorite red ink, period. Oh my goodness, I use this pretty much every day. Mostly for editing notes, but sometimes just to write with because they're really pretty. More inks that I use on the daily is Ferris Wheel Press. And oh my goodness, the options involved. There are so many different size bottles, so many different kinds of inks, but what they are known for is their shimmer ink. So yes, they have some standard inks, but I highly recommend trying out their shimmer inks. You're gonna have a ton of choices. Everything is very prettily packaged, and it's just a very luxurious experience in a world that doesn't want to take the time to make everything beautiful. So you can get big bottles of ink, small bottles of ink, and the in-between. This is from their Fairy Tales collection and is a personal favorite. This is Tumultuous Tides. Now there is an extensive amount of ink to choose from for Ferris Wheel Press, but that is one of my current favorites. I believe that's Little Mermaid themed. This is their larger bottle of ink. This is the 85 milliliter, so it comes in the fancier packaging, which is lovely. I love that experience. Also, one of Ferris Wheel Press' newer projects has been book and theme related inks and pens. I'll be honest with you, I didn't think this was going to delight me half as much as it has, but I am loving the Lord of the Rings, loving the Superman ink. These inks are so packed with shimmer, it's like writing with ice or fire. I love it. The pens that they have done as well have been amazing in addition. So this is the Lord of the Rings Bijou fountain pen. This is the Sauron. You have the One Ring as the cigar band. It's beautiful. It has a very vintage feel and styling. Love this one. And then this was the Superman themed pen. This was the Fortress of Solitude in their marquee design. And both of these are incredibly good with flow and writing. Very comfortable to write with, and I have been grabbing for them fairly frequently. they come in these beautiful gift boxes with their respective inks. So this is a Sauron box, and it comes with the Sauron ink. It also comes with an additional fountain pen nib, so a calligraphy style nib. You get 2 with this one. The Superman just comes with the 1 regular medium nib, but they're beautiful sets, very giftable. I have been enjoying them so much. I kind of want all 3 of the Lord of the Rings pens. It's something different. I didn't realize, because I tend to go for larger, hulkier fountain pens with weight. I didn't realize what I was missing out on from a size 5 nib, which is smaller, more petite. It reminds me of my great-great-grandmother's fountain pens and dip pens that she had. The feel, it's quite lovely. So those I've been enjoying so much. Ferris Wheel Press also has a multitude of accessories. So if you're interested in multiple size nibs for your fountain pen, the Marquee pen has a Yowo nib housing, so you can swap out your nibs. This set that they sell has extra fine all the way up to double broad. So it's really easy. All you do, open your fountain pen, take the body off, pop out your converter, and just a little twist, and you can stick on a new nib. A lot of thought went into it, and I love it. I have had a Marquee for over a year, but in the black. I love this one. It doesn't have a fancy Superman nib, but it does have a very prettily designed one. So those have been some of my favorite things for a few years now, but yes, love the inks. So surprised by these, and definitely am wanting more. Ferris Wheel Press also sells little pots of ink now, so if you're wanting to try a bunch of different ones, you don't have to commit to a giant bottle. So up next, I have one of my favorite fountain pens from an independent fountain pen maker. This is from Relic Pens. Patrick makes amazing fountain pens, and I have enjoyed this so much. He's really upped his game. He's made so many different styles over the past couple of years, but this was one of his Thomas Jefferson pens, and this was the Monticello one, so it has a piece of wood from a tree, I believe outside of Monticello, if I'm remembering correctly, embedded into the body here. But this is just a beautiful pen. It writes just silky smooth across paper. It's a little oversized, but it doesn't bother me. I think I have larger hands, but a little bit oversized. But he makes so many different things now. And I look at especially the Dragon Scales pen that he makes. Oh my goodness, I look at that one. I'm just like so jealous. I think it's stunning. But I love this pen. I do a lot of writing with it, and I keep Noodler's ink Rome burning ink in this, which is why you can see the purple and the gold kind of bleeding out. I must have not cleaned the grip section well enough last time, but love these pens, and usually they come in a lasered box. This is for my other one that I have from him, which is also Thomas Jefferson themed, but Patrick Ross from relicpens.com. He just makes a bunch of different things, and I've really enjoyed them. Sticker books. I have loved these sticker books. Not only are they pretty, but they're filled with stickers that you have to force yourself to use. Either way, you gift this, and they're one of those people like me that have a very difficult time just using the stickers. It's beautiful. It can be on their bookshelf, and they don't have to use it if they don't want to. They can just have it to look through and admire. I have forced myself to use the stickers, and I found it quite freeing to just use the stickers. I decorate the inside of a lot of my journals with them. This one I know is getting quite on the empty side. I will say that these are not the stickiest of stickers I've used, so sometimes I do need to glue these down. But they're fun, and I really enjoyed them. I want to get another one of this one because I'm feeling like I need some more of the letter stickers. These are also pretty, and they're far stickier. They stick much better, but they have a glossy finish, which is great, but these have kind of that matte, more vintage look to them. Do have letter stickers in here. I love how you can just dress up your journal, your grocery list, whatever. So yes, love sticker books. Even as a full-grown adult, I think I like them more than I did when I was a kid. Onion skin journals. So if you're not familiar with onion skin, it is a thin paper, very similar to airmail paper. I use it daily. I have a bunch of different style journals that I use. This is one of my ink journals. But I love the sound the paper makes. I love the way it feels in my fingers. It is creamy, and it is very see-through. But it will take so much ink. This was an entire spatter. You can see that's heavy ink. I didn't put anything behind it. And it looks like it soaked through, but it never touched this page. It will take a lot. This is Ferris Wheel Press New Skies of Uproar ink. And this is the Shadows of Mordor ink. But this is Onion Skin's hardbound journal, and this is one that has the volume numbers on the side. It does come with a cheater paper. I don't use them, but it's nice to have. Very luxurious, lovely gift. I would love it if someone gave me onion skin journals. It wouldn't hurt my feelings at all. This is their extra large size, and I use this as my quote journal. Sometimes I get a little more fancy. And sometimes it's just a bunch of things written down in the moment. Either way, I really enjoy it. I have used these for so many reasons. I have one of the extra large journals that I used to plan out. It was a business venture I was working on for someone. And it was, oh my goodness, the thing is like this thick from all of the papers, ideas, sketches, working out how they were going to be running their business. Oh, I love it, but it's like this thick. So it'll take a lot of pain. This is the notepad, which I love because it's tearaway sheets, and I think it makes for very fancy letters. If I'm giving a gift like a book, I'll tear one of these off, write a little note, stick it in the book. That way they can choose, they can washi tape it in the book if they want to keep the note. And if they don't, they can toss it. But it's just pretty. I think it adds a lovely touch. So that is some of my favorite stuff from Onion Skin. They also make pens and stuff, which I haven't tried yet, which would be pretty cool. This is their Ouroboros symbol, but they do some plain notebooks now, I believe, without them. And I think they have some different ones with different things on the covers. I have a couple of items from a company called Good Made Better. And this little gizmo, if you haven't seen it, it is a travel book paperweight. It folds right up, no sharp edges to hurt anything in your bag, and it's good to go. I honestly bought this thinking I would never use it. I use it daily. We have a lot of wind in the area that I live in, and one of the challenges is reading or writing out in public because the wind is just so strong. So you can be out in the woods, you can be on the water, just about anywhere, and this little sucker will hold down whatever it is I'm working on. It's been fabulous. I use it when I'm inking, when I'm journaling. The fact that it has the two sides so that it kind of reaches across is lovely. Sometimes I'll have multiple notebooks going at the same time, and I'll just kind of like reach across and have two different books being held open. Ideally, you'd be using it to read, but I use it mostly to write with. It's pretty great. I don't know why they came up with it, but I love it and I use it all the time. You can see it's been worn in, but this is one of my favorite things that I didn't know I needed. This is called the Nomad Paperweight from Good Made Better. And this little gizmo, also from Good Made Better, looks to be an inkwell, but it's called a penwell. It's actually for your pen. Has a sticky side on the bottom that doesn't leave any weird residue. You can stick it to just about any surface, and it's not really gonna move until you give it the appropriate pressure and kind of slide it off. The idea behind it is that you can put your fountain pen inside and it can be held at a desk or on the go. You can unscrew your cap, pick your pen up, drop it back in, and you can keep picking it up, dropping it back in. When you're done using it, just screw the cap back on. It may seem a ridiculous thing, but I love it. I use it a lot. As a matter of fact, I had to quarantine the penwell to one desk because I was moving it around so much that I was losing track of it. So it stays at one desk. I always know where it is. I'd love to have a couple of the others and like the metal finishes that they have. Oh, the brass or the copper. This is the blackened wood. I love it. It will fit all size pens. It's just the inserts can change out depending on how fat or thin your pen is. This one's very thin. It still holds. But it essentially turns your fountain pen into a dip pen, but you're not having to dip it in any ink. So this is lovely when I am drafting, working on something. As much as I use my fountain pens, if I'm using a screw cap, then oh my goodness, this is just, it's wonderful. I can sit there, I can stop and think, put my fountain pen down, and then as soon as I've got my thought back on track, grab it and keep going. I love it. They have travel sizes. I mean, you can obviously travel with this one, but they have special designs for different needs. They also just have some incredible products that are very innovative, very much what I would think we'd be doing in the late 1800s, early 1900s to simplify life a little bit. But now we just have the modern age to contend with. So that is the Penwell and the Nomad Bookweight from Good Made Better. I would check them out. They have fountain pens now, which I would really love to try, but I haven't yet. This is one of Papier's notebooks, and this is their more expensive, I suppose, their luxury line. And I would completely buy this again. I thought it was a little pricey for the overall finish. It has a lovely finish. It comes in a gift box. It has 2 bookmarks. It feels good. I wasn't convinced 100% that it was worth the money until I put it to use. And I think that's true of a lot of things. It is lined paper, numbered pages, but it is silky soft and it is beautiful to write on, especially with a fountain pen. And this is not my daily journal. This is for something else. but I found myself grabbing for it over just about everything else I was using and wanting to write specifically in this notebook. So I'd love to make it my daily journal going forward. Maybe the next time I need to buy some, I will opt for this. It's just a little bit on the price end, maybe not quite. I don't know. If you're going to write in it, I think it's worth it. But yeah, I just really love this. So I've been very pleased with this Papier journal. All in all, lovely paper. I think lined paper is kind of hard to find, being fountain pen friendly, but also like as a luxury experience, it's a little unusual. So definitely has my vote as being something I would like to have gifted to me. You can choose to get the monogram or not. I went ahead for it, but yes, I do really like this journal from Papier. And last but not least, I have my Freewrite Smart Typewriter. So I could put so many things in this video pertaining to fountain pens, inks, papers, all of the different writing things that I love, but I would certainly be remiss to not include my Freewrite Smart Typewriter. This is first and foremost a drafting tool, and Freewrite offers many different style devices for your writing needs. Whether you are an aspiring author, veteranly published, New York Times best-selling, Freewrite just might be something you want to look into. It is a dedicated drafting device, so it is all about getting what is in your head into a format that you can then later edit. So you don't have to get caught up in spelling. You don't have to get caught up in the grammar. Just get all of your ideas into a digital format that can be edited. I grew up with word processors and typewriters and writing with your hand, and I'm used to that method. So I was writing with my typewriter and writing doing all of my writing by hand, and that was not working out for some of my clients. I do some special like creative editing, and they were needing things a little bit faster. So lucky me, I don't have to do a terrible amount of editing to the things that I send to my clients. They just need the ideas. And so this has been absolutely fabulous. You can have the Wi-Fi on or off. I usually keep mine off, but you can have your documents sent directly to your Postbox account or Google Docs or your email, wherever it is that you're needing. It can keep up with you in real time. You can send the documents yourself. It's been amazing. I love this device. It has helped so much with writer's block. Oh my goodness. It's easy to turn on, just a button, and you'll be in a file. There are 3 separate folders, and you can have as many files in those folders as you like. They've just recently had a new firmware update called Sailfish, and so I know some people had been complaining about the lag of an e-ink screen. This has pretty much got rid of it. Almost to the point where I think it's a little too fast. I can't quite keep up with it now. But you can have your word count, your reading time, characters. There are several different things you can have in your bottom screen. Date, time, you can time yourself. This is a well thought out device, and I love the fact that the company supports the firmware and makes sure that this is something that writers can use for years to come. They have different devices. This is the Smart Typewriter, so this is their full size, but they have their Traveler and their Alpha, different things for different writers, and I love it. I highly recommend looking into it, and would certainly be an incredible gift for a writer in your life. So thank you so much for watching this video. I'd love to know what are some of your recommendations for writer's gifts this season, because you never know, I might like to try something out, or maybe I need a different idea for a writer in my life. So let me know in the comment section below what you think would make a good gift for a writer.